New York is change. This is true, but the knee-jerk repetition of this statement serves to obscure another, much darker truth. The soul of New York is dying. Like global warming, the city's 21st century metamorphosis isn't simply the natural evolution of our urban environment. It is man-made. It is catastrophic. And it's time to stop denying it. The evidence of disease is everywhere, from Greenwich Village to East Village, through the westernmost reaches of Chelsea, up to Harlem and across the river to Brooklyn, the borough so hyped it has surpassed Manhattan in coolness and unaffordability. Queens is now being called the New Brooklyn. The South Bronx is bracing itself. Staten Island will be the last frontier. What is this disease? I call it hyper-gentrification. Gentrification on steroids, shot up by former Mayor Bloomberg's mass rezonings, eminent domain land grabs, and generous tax giveaways to corporations and luxury developers. New York's not New York anymore. Writer Adam Gopnik summed it up when he said, "New York is safer and richer, but less like itself. An old lover who has gone for a facelift and come out looking like no one in particular. The wrinkles are gone, but so is the face." In the scoured face of the city, along our once most vibrant and diverse streetscapes, we see the ruins of a small business apocalypse. The pace of change is mind-boggling. On just a few blocks of Bleecker Street, no less than 40 small businesses were wiped out in only 5 years. Every single one of them was replaced with a luxury shopping mall chain store. Marc Jacobs, Ralph Lauren, and more Marc Jacobs. Every month, New York loses another 1,000 mom and pops. They're not closing because business is bad or times have changed. They're closing because landlords are doubling, tripling, even octupling the rent, or simply denying lease renewals. You've been here 50 years and provide an important service? Tough luck. Your space now belongs to Starbucks. You owned a beloved 4th-generation, century-old business? Get out. Your landlord's putting in a juicy couture. Or else he just kicks you out and leaves the place empty. With no penalties to stop them, landlords are warehousing these vacant spaces for years, waiting for a national chain, a bank, or other high-end business to pay the asking price of $40,000, $60,000, $80,000 a month. In parts of the city like Greenwich Village, high-rent blight is turning entire neighborhoods into ghost towns. In today's city, change comes not only fast, but without variation. The monoculture taking over New York dictates that it look and feel like anywhere and everywhere and nowhere USA. Can it be stopped? Of course it can, but only if City Hall takes serious and immediate action. I founded the grassroots organization Save NYC to raise awareness of the problem and offer a few solutions. 1. Pass the Small Business Job Survival Act to give small businesses a fair chance when negotiating lease renewals. Every day, more members of the City Council are signing on. 2. Enact a rigorous citywide ordinance to control and limit the spread of national and international chain businesses. San Francisco's doing it, and other cities are following suit. 3. Give financial penalties to landlords who leave commercial spaces vacant for longer than 6 months. And 4. Start a cultural landmarks program to protect what little remains of the city's oldest and most beloved small businesses and cultural institutions. It's time to stop denying and pretending that this change is natural. It is not. It is the result of government policies. It is a choice that the leaders of this city have made and continue to make. We must ask ourselves, what kind of city do we want New York to be? Should it be a city for the wealthy few, for corporate titans and big banks? Should it be a city for the suburbanites who hate the grit and unpredictability of urban life? Or should it be what New York has always been, even through centuries of change? A diverse, dynamic, chaotic, sometimes crazy, and utterly creative place where anyone can live and make a living, and where the streets pulse with individuality and character. New York should be New York, not Peoria. That kind of change most certainly means the death of this great city. It's time to do something.